Lesson 6. Plan your plot. Over the next series of lessons, you will be following steps to create your own production. First, we're going to start with planning a story. Planning a story for stop motion animation involves several steps. Here's a guide to help you plan your story effectively. Conceptualize the idea. Start by brainstorming ideas for your story. Think about the theme, characters and the message you want to convey. Consider what makes your story unique and engaging. Develop the plot. Outline the main events and structure of your story. Identify the beginning, middle and end, and determine the conflict or problem that the characters will face and how they resolve it. Create a narrative arc that keeps the audience engaged. Create characters. Develop interesting, relatable characters for your story. Think about their personality, their motivations, and relationships with the other characters. Consider how their traits and actions will drive the plot forward. Design the setting. Determine the locations and environments where your story will take place. Consider the visual elements that will enhance the storytelling. Sketch or create visual references for the sets, backgrounds and props. Write a script or storyboard. Write a script or create a storyboard to visualize the sequence of events. A script includes dialogue, actions and descriptions of each scene. A storyboard is a series of sketches or images that represent each shot or scene in the animation. Plan the shots. Break down the storyboard into individual shots or frames. Determine the camera angles, movements and compositions for each shot. Consider how the shots will flow together to tell the story effectively. Timing and pacing. Consider the timing and pacing of your story. Determine how long each shot or scene should be to maintain the desired rhythm. Experiment with different durations to create the desired impact. Remember that 120 shots make up just 5 seconds of film. Refine and revise. Review your story plan and make any necessary revisions. Seek feedback from others to get different perspectives and ideas, and refine the plot, characters and dialogue to ensure a compelling and coherent story. Remember, storytelling in stop-motion animation can be visually driven, so think about how you can convey emotions, actions and narrative elements through the movement and expressions of your characters and objects. Experiment to be creative and have fun with the process of planning your story for stop-motion animation. Halloween story prompts. Here are some Halloween story prompts you might want to use for your stop animation film. The haunted house. Write a story about a group of friends who dare to enter a haunted house on Halloween night. What spooky surprises await them inside? The friendly ghost. Create a story about a friendly ghost who wants to make friends with the children in the small town. How do the children overcome their initial fear and help the ghost find peace? The magical costume. Imagine a story where a child discovers a magical costume that transforms them into a real-life superhero or a mystical creature. What adventure do they have while wearing their costume? The candy monster. Write a story about a mischievous candy monster that comes back on Halloween night. How do the children outsmart the candy monster and save their Halloween treats? The pumpkin patch mystery. Create a story about a group of friends who stumble upon a mysterious pumpkin patch that holds a secret. What magical powers or surprises do the pumpkins possess? The witch's spell. Imagine a story where a child accidentally casts a spell that turns their friends into animals. How do they work together to reverse the spell before midnight? The Monster Party. Write a story about a child who receives an invitation to a secret monster party on Halloween. Discover the fun and spooky activities they participate in the party. The Talking Jack-o'-lantern. Create a story about a talking jack-o'-lantern that helps a child solve a Halloween mystery. How does the jack-o'-lantern guide them to the solution? The Ghost Treasure Hunt. Imagine a story where a group of friends embarks on a ghostly treasure hunt in a haunted graveyard. What clues do they follow, and what surprises do they encounter along the way? The Halloween Wish. Write a story about a child that makes a special wish on Halloween night. How does their wish come true, and what lessons do they learn from their magical experience?